Everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis, parts unknown. I want to talk about Trial of Knights. Before we get to that, I'm actually kind of liking this treasure hunt pyramids. Something I could do just nice and relaxing on the side and get some rewards. And sometimes I bring home like 40 million from a thing in 10 minutes and gets me lots of points. And as you know, it's getting me Civ treasures, and they are just so hard to get. And I'm so close to level 4 that I'm really trying to close that out. Anyways, let's get to the important thing here. Trial of Knights. I want you guys to not make mistakes. I want you guys to know how to redeem. So if we look at our rankings here, oh wow, Jack, who's apparently a 17-year-old Vietnamese kid or something like that. Or maybe they just call him a little kid because he's a bit younger than the rest of the Vietnamese crew over there. And Bao and Sunny. And I've got bumped to 6th. I guess they've all just been saving Blood of Heirs for a long time because these guys don't coin much. Speaking of which, coining strike coming up. More on that in a couple days. So anyways, I was in second and third place for the longest time. But I'm definitely going to be moving up that because... big difference in points. So you want to move up in the points. This is the first thing you want to do. You want to look at these ranking rewards and the points. And you want to make sure you're getting a good amount of points. So if this means, because this Blood of Heirs has kind of become like the most important restricted item in the game. Like there's the Blazons, there's Blood of Heirs, there's Tactic Scrolls, there's Dragon Stones, there's Treasure Scrolls, but I think this is kind of the most important thing because everything you do, you up a general, that's 15 to 30% on some things, maybe more if you ascend them to a star. So first thing you want to do is be like, hey, where am I going to finish this event? Am I going to finish 15th and get 80 Blood of Heirs? What I would honestly probably do, I'd probably not play the event. Probably hold out for a month and try and get higher. Try and get into the 5-ish range. Kind of like Miser gave me advice a long time ago in one of his videos before I knew him. He said in the resource consumption event, if you can't get to the next level, don't go past the level you're at. So if you can only get to 500,000, don't get 900,000 and not get the million. Sit at 500,000 and save the resources for the better rewards next time. And I kind of think that's the right idea with Blood right here, because these rewards aren't going to go anywhere. Now, what to do here? This Evony did really. This is one thing they really did nice. So they gave us some good premium generals here to redeem. Now, the most important thing to redeem if you're going to be doing Trial of Knights is Blood of Heirs. Because with more Blood of Heirs comes more rewards, right? The higher you could finish in the standings, the more generals you can redeem. So if you look what I did, I think Nordic Barbarian King is an absolutely premier sub-general that is hard to get your hands on. I'm lucky enough to have 3 of him now. And so I've had 2. He's only been offered twice and now a 3rd time. So I claimed him. Because what I would like to do is get the Nordic Barbarian King, to one of them, to 7 stars. Right now, I'm using 2 of him at 5 stars. But that's going to change. I'm going to get him to one of them to 6 stars. And then I'm probably going to keep using the other one at 5 stars until I get another, and then I'll merge them all into one and make 7 stars. And the reason why you want to just merge them is because you only got so many sub slots, right? We all strive to have 9. One guy in all of Evony has 10. So you want to get the most amount of debuffs you can in those 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 slots that you have. And having generals at 5 stars means you're going to be getting less. Now, let's go back to the Trial of Knights and redeem. So, in my opinion, Constantine is not worth getting. Don't get him. I have one of him, and I don't know what I'm going to do with him. If I'm going to sell him and actually just take the gold, or if I'm going to dismiss him. But let me show you why he's not as good as the other ones. At first, he appears like he's a premium general. So if you look at Constantine, pretty good debuff, 20% mounted troop and ground troop attack. And then if you get him to 6 stars, so if I was going to redeem and get him, I would then add ground troop and mounted troop attack, get it to 30%, and mounted troop defense, 10%. But here comes the problem. I'm going to have to go in the tavern because I haven't upped him. But there's a big problem with Constantine. His skills, that's attacking, that's attacking, that's attacking. Only there do you finally get a debuff. So he's really not worth using. And if you look at another guy who we're going to look at in a second, you look at, say, where is he here? Oh, is he in Europe? Wow. He's so cool looking with the mask. Baldwin. If you look at him, so he's going to reduce 30% range attack and 20% siege. And then if you increase him, he starts to add more. But here, you get 10% snipe. So that's 10%. So he's actually doing, where Constantine has 30% of mounted and ground if you get him to 6 stars. Right here, if I get this guy to 6 stars, he has 35% range, plus this 45% range, and then he has 10% ground, 10% mount. So he's at 65, and then siege is kind of useless. But he gets better stuff here too with the siege and range HP. So it's just the better value play. Without snipe or sabotage or the other debuffs that generals get, sub-generals get, it's just not worth having him. So you want to grab a Nordic Barbarian King this event if you can. Do not grab a Constantine. Emir, I have 4 Emirs, and I'm going to make one 7-star Emir. But if you don't have any Emirs, don't get one. He's probably the weakest of the premium generals other than Constantine, but he is good if you can get him to 7 stars. But you're going to need 4. If you don't have 4, don't get him. If you got 1 or 2, just sit him on the sidelines and wait for another event where you can get him. And then Baldwin, try to get him to 7 stars. If you can get Baldwin to 7 stars, I think he's a very premium general and a good one to have. So if you look at this guy at 7 stars, you're going to get 35% range attack debuff. Forget about the siege. It doesn't matter. But then you're going to get siege HP 10, range HP 10, siege and range HP defense 10. So you're going to get 40 extra and 35 on range attack. So that's pretty good. That would be my recommendation. But again, you want to be able to get him to 7 stars. At 6 stars, he was really good about a month ago before they started to ascend other generals. And now that they've ascended Andrew Jackson and some other guys, it's just not worth it to commit to these generals you can't get fragments to. Now, what do you do with this stuff? Don't get these fragments because it's just going to be a dead end. I would rather just wait for the whole pieces. Now, if you complete the event and you can redeem tons of stuff, then yeah, of course. Obviously, just keep redeeming. But fragments, I wouldn't focus on this. I'd focus on more Blood of Heirs, 1 Barbarian King, and I'd only touch an Emir or a Baldwin if you really wanted it to get up past 6 stars. But I don't think it's a good idea because if you look at the advanced journey, which generals are in here? Is it a Baldwin? So there is no Baldwin in here. So it's the Dawn of Civilization one. It has a Baldwin. So right there is a Baldwin. So, and I believe Amir's been in these before. So it's not worth wasting Blood of Heirs rewards on generals you can get in other areas. But Nordic Barbarian King's been hard to get. I'd grab one of him, and I'd grab all Blood of Heirs. And then, if we look down here at other prizes, I don't think I'd even touch any of this other stuff. Like, unless you run out and you use all the Blood of Heirs, because Tactics Scrolls, you can get that from Ymir's. You can buy them. easier. These, you can get these so many different ways now. Same with refined stones, resources, gold, speed. You can get those other ways. Civ treasures, yeah, they're difficult to get, but at least you can get them in other events. You can get them in the treasure hunting event I just showed you. You can get them in the barbarian event. You can get them in almost every event. Dragon stones, again, you get them in all sorts of events. You get them from witches, witch pies. These, yeah, but you could just feed your dragon. This is basically gems it's giving you because you don't have to feed your dragon as much. But it's really not worth it. Focus on Nordic Barbarian King and Blood of Heirs. And then if you have extra blood, you got to get there. And man, I got to focus on getting up here in this event because for me personally, 6th place, unacceptable. 300 Blood of Heirs compared to the 700 or 800 I should be getting. I'm going to probably have to go into my SVS rewards this coming weekend, which would be like another 500. That would put me up to 2,900. Then I'd start redeeming more Blood of Heirs. I absolutely want to get into the top 2 here, but that might be a little expensive because people might have used the little tip that I gave to save up and only play Trial of Nights every 2 or 3 events in order to beat me here. But we'll have to see what old Genghis has in his back pocket there. And anyways, that's it. So let me know what your strategy is for Trial of Nights. I think it's always good to take a long-term view and just do the math in your head. If I play this time, what sort of Blood of Heirs rewards am I going to get versus if I do the exact same thing, just skipping an event and playing every 3 months and getting more Blood of Heirs. Because the Blood of Heirs rewards, redeem rewards, are still going to be there. They're not really going to change. The generals change. So I could understand playing a little bit to get a Nordic Barbarian King, but I'd hold off on the rest. So let me know in the comments what you guys are doing. Genghis, parts unknown. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.